omuriele bw'ensoko TV n'omubasonde omuyakigima bweri tukerigarie 15 na rimwe ase omutinyu gatano omwaka bw'echilifu 2025 na rimwe nkugukwania kuranosia sura ase omubaso bono nabwo genogenderete kubwatia ensoko TV kuro Chinsa 12 gwikira boni gano kukwegena kwane ngakinande to 10 na sembeo eriko yanyoramo ya senchira yo bwenge bunagenderete okorekana aya itirira bwigo ayara chikubwatia ase omubaso bono tosanga so bwamo wetera senchira yo mutandao bwekerero Facebook rabaga sensemeria YouTube ensoko TV elietariane Ishmael Mogere. Asomo chakano mubasobono bosibo bochori obonene bwo mwaka ugocha kiombegetere tobochori ne chimbebe imeyense nigo giatwalire egikarone wizara yobonendi bwime asekerenge kenene kere gukwanira okwerobere bosibo bochori obonene bwo mwaka w'echilifu 2025 na kabere wizara yobonendi bwime inse yomo waziri Kipchumba Murkomen nigaerere bune serikali nigera chikwenekia obokoreri bwo borendi eriko kiani ebikoro byechibura buru nabo igo kwareto botwere no morembe imeyense asobochori borebosio.
The Ministry of Interior and National Administration stands ready and prepared to support the IEBC in delivering on its mandate. Our support is anchored in the Constitution, the responsibility of the executive to execute that all that has been passed under the Constitution, the laws of Kenya. And also we pledge our allegiance to the Constitution. Our responsibility is beyond political factions. We know that even though governments are formed through a political process, those who sit in government must always be alive to the fact that our mandate is higher than political factions. Our mandate is to the state, and anything that is a threat to the state, whether it is from the side you like or the opposite, you must always stand by the Constitution and to protect the state. So I want to make pledge that that is our responsibility.
Peace building and conflict management should be central to our efforts. We need to activate the systems to coordinate peace building and conflict management efforts. We need to activate mediation committees. We need to up our game in peace messaging, calling upon Kenyans to maintain peace and patriotism, and therefore all that infrastructure, what we are calling the national infrastructure for peace, which starts at the national level all the way to the grassroots. And I think at some point 2013 that infrastructure was housed under the Ministry of Interior and National Administration. So we need to look at that, the National Steering Committee on Peace Building and Conflict Management. I believe the policy for conflict management and peace building was passed. If not, we need to fast track it, because it's very important for us to use soft power to engage, to mediate, to use other alternative means, because using hard security alone might be sometimes problematic. We need to complement their efforts so that where it's necessary, we prevent incidences of political violence, political mobilization, ethnic profiling, and all those negative things that are likely to affect our environment for conducting a peaceful, credible, and election that Kenyans.
Asense mwende chinga kia boroki wabagenderete kwerikia eriguchia kwenyorera mabaga asechi university aimeyense mubara bwa boroki wa habo nigo okinirwika chilifu chimi Isano ne 50 nebere nigo bono abono babere bagwichire erikonyora mwigiri asechi kosi cy'ubunyagitari obwereri bwa mangana ni chinchira chekerero nabwo asechi kosi chisemi as university che serikali nabwo na chiria cyabanyene korengana no muriki omonena se wizara chisemi Daktari Beatrice Inyangala ngakiege karo gya semana spokes bonga na gava nigo boigarere buna ase umuruberi umuya bwenchira abarokiwa bakonyora kibesa cyo kubasira nigebesa eyo yakinwe kuru ase chibilioni 50 nomo na Ibere aso mwaka w'echilifu 2024 wika chibilioni 94 abu asebono abarokiwa gwetani echilifu chimeisano ni 35 bagenderete konyora obokonyi kuru ase serikali.
We do have 670,000 students in all our public and private universities at the moment. And the 5 most popular courses are medicine, nursing, law, any ICT related course, and guess what? Education. So I would say mostly it is what people are going for. But the market also requires doctors. The market requires nurses, requires teachers, requires ICT expertise. When we look at the market, we don't confine ourselves to the local market. We are looking at many opportunities. We are looking at kazi mitandaoni, business process outsourcing, where our graduates undertake assignments online for companies abroad. We also know that our president has signed bilateral labor agreements with many countries, and so the export of labor is very active. So we are looking at all those trends. Since we introduced the changes in financing, the new funding model, popularly known as the student-centered funding model, because it supports students directly rather than sending block funding to universities, is no longer the elephant in the room. It is the transformation in funding university education. This model is resilient. It has withstood all the pressures and stood up to shine. And I'll tell you what, Spokes, this year, after the refinement of the model, there was not a single appeal. All the students were satisfied with their allocation. The funding to universities has increased. In 2022, we had 45 billion for capitation and 17 for loans. So altogether, that was 62 billion. But now, this year, we have 94 billion going to universities. So that's an increment of 52%. Combined, the students who benefit from the new funding model and those who still benefit from loans, because they're now clearing out of the system, the students of the differentiated unit cost. Altogether, a total 835,000 students have benefited from government loans to enable them pursue their education.
Murai wense Dr. William Samuel Ruto nigaerere buna gwetera sobo kwa serikali yeri tuko nigo hama komuni menganyi eyarenge asichisemi na monaso murubiro CBC nigo bono murubiro yo ogendrete kurongea ne chisemi kogendera imeyense buna ebwenerete Ruto ka kwana kurwa seskuru yaba mura yatika engakiyo gochengere myaka 50 nebere nigo boy gaerere buna serikali ne chikurika abari mu bayisaine na boy kogendera kwagacha ebirasi asichinsemo imeyense.
There were 4 serious challenges that were facing our education system. There was a challenge with CBC, there was a challenge with classrooms, there was a challenge with teachers, and there was a challenge with funding. 4 serious issues. And we have tackled each and every one of them systematically. We have aligned CBC. Today there is clarity on how our students are going to transition. We have improved the education system. I am a very solid believer in competence-based education because it gives all our children equal opportunity. There are children who are good in STEM subjects. There are children who are good in arts. And there are children who are good in the humanities. In the past, we treated all these students the same, and we disadvantaged some students who are gifted differently. And that is why our education system for a very long time produced too many failures, because we had a system of one size fits all. But that is not the reality. Today we have different pathways. The competence-based education gives us opportunity to have different pathways. 70% of our students are, 60% actually, 60-something% are on the STEM pathway. We have now the other students on different pathways, and we are now putting in place infrastructure so that all our children become winners. and we avoid a situation where we create failures out of talented people. We had a very serious teacher shortage. We have employed 100,000 teachers in the last 3 years. We are employing another 20,000 teachers this year. To make sure that we close the gap on teacher numbers. We had very serious challenges of learning spaces, classrooms. We have built 23,000 classrooms across the country, and I'm very happy that we will be building some classrooms in Thika today to add on to non-number.
Arenayo abanyanyimbo kurwa asumucho na nyuki nigo baetirie gose baiteire amarua atanchiri chilita chilifu Ibere asobonya bibwa amarua atanchiri ase ensemo ye bunge ya Laikipia East korangana no mokonyi bumo county commissioner Patrick Muli nigaruro gukurira gucyase abamenye bensemeyo koba maiso erio koba maiso ekeroba kugura amarua erio tibagura amarua atanchiri
tema wakati tunapigana na pombe pande hii tukishika watu tupeleke kotini, wengine wanahamia the neighboring sub counties. Ndio maana tulikuwa tumeamua kwamba kuna area moja ambayo inaitwa Kangaita na area nyingine ambayo inaitwa Ishuga pale. Hizo area zote tumeamua kuzifahamia kwa sababu wao ndio wanafanya watu wananyuki town waendelee kuwa wanauza pombe. So tukipigana na hivi pande hii pia hao watu wanajaribu kukimbia the neighboring sub counties, but we have decided as the security committee ya kwamba tuwafuata mpaka pale. Nataka kuelezea wale watu wote ambao wanahusika na hizi pombe ambao ni illicit brews hapo upande wa Laikipia East ya kwamba wao wanaweza kukimbia lakini watajificha. We are coming for them and we shall ensure that Laikipia East is very safe na illicit brews. Now we are working very well na tuko na cooperation pamoja kwa sababu tulikuwa na mkutano wa CUC na tuliharmonize kila kitu. So tunaona kwamba hizo kesi kupeleka pale kotini zinaenda kwa haraka na tunashukuru ile cooperation iko between the police ama the NPS and the judiciary.
Tulikuwa na mkutano wetu wa kamati ya usalama ya sub-county yetu na tumeweza kuingia Nanyuki police station kufanya destruction of illicit brews ambao zilishikwa zikamaliza mambo kotini na other expired products ambao ilikuwa inahusiwa wananchi. Tumemwaga liters za Kagara of 2000 ambao zilikuwa zimeshikwa na zimeenda kotini na zingine Chang'aa, pure Chang'aa. And then kuna expired products ya pombe. Zingine zime expire 2024, 2023 na sikuwa kwa market. Kwa hivyo hiyo tumefanya leo tuweze kumwanga hizi vitu yote to destroy them because kesi imeisha kotini. That's why we are here. So I'm just calling upon wale wanafanya hii biashara sana sana hii ya kuuza pombe ambao inaruhusiwa kama hii mambo ya Tusker na zingine ya White Cup zime expire. Genies wawe wanaweza kuuzia wananchi ile pombe inafaa ambayo inge expire. Hata wao wakati wananunua kutoka mahali wananunua waangalie expire date. Maana hii ni pombe ambayo inadhuru watu wetu sana. Mambo ya Chang'aa, mambo ya Kagara ambao tunamwaga hiyo tunaendelea, it's a ongoing fight against. So we tunaendelea kupigana mpaka dakika mwisho. Niseme kwamba kama hapa Laikipia East tumepigana hii pombe haramu sana. Na niseme kwamba kiwango imeenda chini sana. Actually watu wengi wametorokea the neighboring sub counties. Na tumesema kama kamati ya salama leo tumesema tutaenda those neighboring sub counties. Tuweze kutoa hiyo pombe maana watu wengi wamehamia wanaenda huko. Wale ambao tuliwafukuza pande ya Liki ya Majengo wameambia kwingine.
Bana aso chora nsoko TV boroso mugusina bwo kubwatia mayasenchira yo bwenye ya Chinsa Isano neberechi abantu mubaso cha Africa ya mucha na wikirabona otugwikira omwere korende ensa eya mane Chinsa isato no chiko yanyora senchira yo bwekarano inga Clinton yondigi arachiko yarigani na boyigo uko yaretera erwe mwenye alia agendrete aseli tukorigima gendera gotengere miro benede atigaire aseli tukeriganyone ankyo gwikari tukuri Jumatatu na inde ekaro na inde turamina na sembya guchakira Chinsa nyigwika Isano nemo asomoro birio bwetorobini nakuganiri weekend ya Eritreane Ishmael Mogere.